Yes, the video has come out showing how the UPDF attacked a police station and beat up those who were presiding over the police station. It said that the SFC UPDF came to force the police officers to go and remove people on a certain land, and the police officer refused, citing that there are no legal procedures which are being followed, and they were beaten. You know, it had been so long for UPDF, also for soldiers attacking the police. I think I last heard that when I was young. So when the things which are happening that used not to happen, we must not be comfortable. Remember, Genome 7 is not becoming stronger, is becoming weaker. He's not young anymore. In fact, he's in the next cycle of election is going to be 82 years. He's going to be an octogenarian. Okay? So it means that maybe he's losing grip on certain things. I know Genome 7 has ruled over Earth with an iron hand, but one of the very few things that he has been able to control is the security. Okay? It is the security, although it has been used to disintegrate opposition, beat those who he doesn't agree with, but at least there have been some level of controlling within the security. If you start to see the UPDF attacking the police, there is a bad sign that I want to talk about in this video. So in this video, I've come to talk about what it means, the UPDF attacking the police, what it means for our country, and most importantly, the sedimentaries we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you are new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you are watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagri. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. There is a video that shows when the UPDF came in drones to attack the Uganda police. It's not decorum for an arm of the security government to attack another without manners, without procedure. If they are going to make an arrest, maybe the CMI arresting someone, maybe it's okay. Even within the UPDF and police hierarchy, there is a procedure when you are arresting your fellow policeman. For example, arresting a superintendent of police, you cannot send juniors, you send his seniors. But if you see on video when the UPDF is attacking a police, it shows the weak stance within government. Before I proceed, I want to play a tape of what was happening. Here's the tape. That is the UPDF attacking the police. So first of all, as a citizen who lives in Uganda, these are not great signs, most especially when we are heading to a transition. We are seeing some institutions that, of course, have been controlled by the regime, disintegrating, fighting each other, and it's not good, business as usual. Okay? In fact, the police came out with a document citing on how they arrest these fellows. Came out to say that 13 UPDF soldiers arrested after attacking WAKISO police over land matter. Today, June 2nd, 2025, at around 5 p.m., police officers at WAKISO Police Division were attacked by military personnel reportedly from the Presidential Task Force on Land Matters and Environment, driving minibus green in color, reg number UBG041U, and Toyota Noah UBR647B. The soldiers, 13 in number, confronted the WAKISO Division commander and other officers at the station while pursuing a land dispute. They demanded the division police commander assist in land eviction, which she refused, citing the absence of court order and the lack of involvement from the district security committee. Her refusal angered the military personnel, leading them to confronting her. In response, her fellow officers at the station used armed force, resulting in an exchange or gunfire that found the soldiers on to flee the scene. Subsequently, a police team from Kampala Metropolitan North Region and the UPDF pursued and apprehended the suspect at Yesu Amala in WAKISO district. The detained soldiers are currently in custody, pending disciplinary action. That was the letter which was put out with the police. One thing you see in that letter is impunity. For very many years, those who are in the security sector will tell you that when the UPDF soldiers look at the policemen, they demean them. They feel like they are superiors. But one of the main reasons is we are ditching the constitution, which is the institutions that are supposed to handle that. In State House, there is a task for land matters dispute. Yet also in the government, we have Ministry of Land, so there are two parallel institutions doing the same thing. For example, in government, we have the IGG that's responsible for fighting corruption. But also State House created the anti-corruption unit. Okay? Museveni has disdain for structures, for institutions. That's why these people are fighting. Even within NRM, Museveni doesn't use NRM to mobilize. He has Namial under control to counter the Secretary General of NRM. That's what normally happens. Okay? So, what you see in that letter is impunity, where a task force that was domiciled in State House wants to overrun the constitution so that they can force police to do certain things. It's because of not wanting to use our institutions to do particular things. Whenever you want to bypass the constitution and create other institutions to do the same exact thing an institution is supposed to be, that's what you get. But for me, I think those policemen are not even disciplinary. They are supposed to be charged and incarcerated in Rosira prison. Okay? You cannot force a DPC to do certain things. And by the way, I also thank the DPC for standing his ground, not to just follow them to evict people. Because at the end of the day, the back would fall on him if he didn't have the requisite information. Okay? And the constitutional mandate to evict people from the land. Okay? Such things must stop happening. But of course, that is a sign of the rotten regime and the rotten government that doesn't know how to apply it. The moment you get another task force to do things which are put out in the constitution, you bring another alternative task force. That's what you get. We have the Ministry of Lands settles dispute. How can you put up a task force for land in State House? We have the IGG, and you create State Anti-Corruption Unit in State House. We have the Uganda Investment Authority, and you create the another investment authority in State House. So General Museveni wants to control everything in State House, and that brings such issues. Because General Museveni is becoming weaker, by the way. Okay? it means that he won't be able to control each and everything in State House. The best thing is to build institutions so that they can work independently. Of course, that's my opinion. Do make us by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. Let me take this opportunity to also ask you that I'll be running as a member of parliament for Makinde East constituency again in 2026. I'm here to ask for your vote and support. If you reside in Chibuli, Kabalaga, Kansanga, Gabu, Kasachisugu, Abigalo, Nsambia Estate, I've offered myself. Among those contending, there is none other than me. There is no person who has values, who is a fighter, okay, who knows where Uganda is and where you're supposed to go. You cannot miss out on this brilliant brain. Don't make another mistake as you did in 2021. It's the reason as to why I've come with an handkerchief, okay, so that I can take away the tears you've cried for 5 years. This is a chance like no other. In 2026, I'll be on the ballot to represent Makinde East constituency. So, I ask for your support. I will see you on another one. Peace.
Nange benjagala obulungi.